Reported Thrynos Keener, Lantern Warden, of the investigation of the recent silence surrounding the Temple of Boss, just outside the village of Dunsbarrow, undertaken by myself and the Kinelings Innes Kane and Guy. When we first came to the chapel, we knew something was wrong before ever laying eyes upon it. There was no bird song in the trees, no insects stirred in the grass. Even the wind seemed unwilling to cross those grounds. It was not the peace of a holy place, but the silence of something set apart from the world itself. We entered carefully and with due reverence. Inez sought to offer blessing at the threshold, but the moment she tried to speak, her voice was taken from her. Not stolen with violence, simply denied. It was as though the chapel itself would permit no prayer it had not first chosen to hear. To ease the unease, or perhaps because his hands knew no better answer to silence, Guy raised his dulcimer and began to play. His melody lingered unnaturally in the air, carrying longer than any note should. Then, as though answering him from some hidden chamber, another song rose to meet it. Thin and distant, but unmistakably there. It was then we understood we were not alone. Within we found signs that the place had once been tended with devotion. Flowers, long dead, still rested where they had been lovingly placed, and dust lay thick across pew and altar. Here and there were signs of care, interrupted as though a hand had been called away before the task was done. I reached for the divine then, to reveal what lingered there. Something resisted, and for a moment she appeared. A small gnome woman, broom in hand, sweeping as though no time at all had passed. Then she was gone again, leaving only the faint scrape of bristles across stone. She was no malevolent spirit. She was simply continuing her work. The truth of it revealed itself slowly. The apron folded with care, the fresh disturbances of dust, the sense that even in death, the place that was being kept. So we chose not to press her with force, nor to drive her forth with prayer. Instead, we took up the work ourselves. We swept the chapel floor, we mended what we could, we righted what had fallen into neglect. And as we did, she came more clearly into view. She watched us with the quiet caution of one who had long borne duty alone, and scarcely dares believe another had come to share it. No words were passed between us. None were needed. Through gesture and glance she guided us, leading us first to an alcove hidden from easy sight, where the tools of her office had been carefully stored, and then to the stone beneath the altar itself. There, carved into the old foundation, were the names of those who had served as caretakers of the chapel through generations. Among them was hers, Primula Forel. At last she had a name to be spoken, so I spoke it. I offered right, not to banish her, but to honour her devotion, to tell her that her labour had been seen, that her faithfulness had mattered, and that her watch has ended. Inez added her prayer to mine, and together we commended her memory to the silence beyond. When we had finished, she faded peacefully. The weight that had long held that chapel apart from the world was lifted, and what remained was not emptiness, but rest. As we departed, the bell rang behind us, just once, clear and true, and carried upon it was the melody Guy had played when we first entered, no longer distorted, no longer mournful, a simple song of thanks. When we returned to Dunsbarrow, Agnes Grayley received her account with sorrow, but also with relief. She has sworn that the chapel will be tended once more, and has offered shelter to any of Emberlight who should have need of it. Thus ended the watch of Primula Forel, faithful caretaker of that forgotten place. And thus was her name returned to the living, where it belongs.
Welcome to the latest. I mean, we were recording this in the past. Welcome to the latest episode of the Emberlight Saga. I'm Declan. I'm your dungeon master, and in a couple of minutes, you're going to see me in a different outfit. Emma's not going to be here, and yeah, stuff. So we, unfortunately, Emma isn't able to make tonight's session. So rather than just putting somebody in limbo, I wanted to maybe give Emma the chance to figure out what happens to Fearin in all of this. So we got together and we pre-recorded this on a Saturday morning. So here we are. I'm sure current present Declan has forgotten. Oh no, he's not. He's going to watch this, so he's going to remember. The Emberlight Saga is a campaign that draws very heavily from strong emotional themes, dark fantasy campaigns, and there are aspects of horror, supernatural, trauma, and hopelessness. So if those are not your kind of things, there's plenty of other D8 Dungeon content out there to watch. If you do stick around, or you've seen a little bits and pieces, you'll see that we have a little promo reel for some of our friends in the TTRPG space. Why not check some of them out? There are so many talented and wonderful creative people that we've gotten to know over the last couple of years. I am on a big Backwater Bastards binge at the moment, so if you like space sci-fi, if you like space sci-fi, and you should check them out. One of my favorite players, Taylor, plays one of my favorite characters, so you can check that out. Okay. I'm excited, not excited. Early in the morning, Fearin, you, Serenity, Dax, and Barrett headed out with Captain Bren Tallow. You had asked for an escort some of the way, and while initially taking on aid from one of the guards, following the events from the night before, Captain Tallow suggested that he travel with you.
Mm-hmm.
Along the way, you came across the ruins of a carriage, one that bore the insignia of Mantry's steel. The reason you had been out late at night was tracking this carriage. They had attempted to ambush the bandits, catching them off guard in the middle of the night. Seeing sense, your group turned back. Mantry steel pressed on, and you found signs of a struggle, of a fight, but no bodies. Mantry steel and the soldiers had been taken by the lasting dark. Further on, as the sun continues to rise, the morning growing a little warmer, though there is a kind of a soft breeze that carries a chill on it. You find yourselves about to round a corner when Tallow called the group to a stop. Serenity began to take advantage on a nearby tree to see what she could spot, when Tallow informs you that the Three Kings Bridge is just around this corner and down the slope. Fearing his son's reaction, he has suggested that he will step back and watch and wait, and if needed, you could signal for him.
Mm-hmm.
You watch as Serenity begins to slink and coil up the trunk of a very a young-looking ash tree. Some of the branches tend to bend under Serenity as she begins to kind of clamber up it. Barrett and Dax are on point, keeping an eye on the road to see if anybody approaches. You hear a rustling coming from a cluster of hawthorn bushes near the tree where Serenity climbed.
He will quietly tiptoe towards the bushes, kind of keeping his hand on his mace, which is sort of tied to his side, but not readying it, as he'll try to pull back the leaves a little bit.
Give me a stealth check.
Yeah, of course.
You said tiptoe.
I did. That is a total of 11.
Okay. As you tiptoe, but not so silently approach, the rustling stops, and only a couple of feet from it, as you kind of reach out to try and, with your mace, push back some of the branches, some of the brambles, a wiry, scraggly old head just pops out, and you see rather very kind of large bulging eyes behind a set of spectacles, hair kind of half caught in the bushes. You see a dwarven gentleman, no beard, kind of just pop a head out. Oh, no. I've marked this territory.
Oh, excuse me then. And he'll take 2 steps back.
Haven't seen you here before.
No, my first time here. Which is why I didn't know this was your territory.
You're not with the brigands.
What's a brigand?
A bandit? A crook? A thief?
Oh,
a criminal?
I see. No. We're actually here to try stop them. I'm from the Emberlight Saga, or Emberlight Guild.
I'm from this campaign. You might have heard of us. He kind of fixes a look at you, and he pulls his head out, like kind of backwards into the bush, and you hear all kind of matter of muttering and cursing, and like the bush is rattling, and a couple of seconds later he kind of half stumbles out of it. He's wearing a long kind of musty green gray cloak that's caught on some of the thorns. He steps out. He's about 4'2", and he's dressed well but dirty. Like it looks as if the fella hasn't washed in a couple of days. Like his pants are covered in mud. The cloak is in tatters. He's wearing kind of a heavy undercoat that is kind of still buttoned up, but one or two of the buttons are missing. You can see dirt under his fingernails, and he looks haggard. Like he looks wrecked. His hair is all knotted and greasy. Davin Holt of Holt Prospectors and Company, and he extends a hand to you.
Hi, I'm Fearin.
Oh, that's a handshake and a half, and he kind of waves it off like, "You have a grip on you, lads. You have a grip."
Yeah, thanks. Are you living out here?
Temporarily. You see, I am trying to cross the bridges. I'm looking to get myself into the hills at Anwillam, but I won't be paying their extortionate rates for a guide.
Of course. Would you like to join us, and we can try help get rid of the bandits?
Ooh, that's interesting now. Are you saying in some sort of partnership here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, then. And he spits into his hand, and he extends it to you again.
Okay. All right.
And he shakes. Sorry, that was me wincing, not him. It's fine when I spit.
I already had snot in my hand during this. So.
It's our thing for this campaign, Emma. I'm just doing spitting on you. Right. So I'm the brains. You're the brawn.
Okay. Well, I do have a few people who are going to help as well, so I could introduce you to them.
See, I've seen others try to do this. So no, what we need a sort of a a stealthy approach.
Okay, I'm very stealthy.
Well, that's great. I think I'm going to be the stealthy one, though, and I need what I reckon you could do, seeing the gatch of you. I'm going to need you to be the distraction. You see, you're the muscle,
Okay.
and I'm the brain.
All right.
So, if you go charging in,
Right.
I'll slip around the side.
Okay. That sounds good. Yeah. How many of them are there?
Well, there's Loanne herself.
Sure. Do you think if I got Loanne herself, that the others would fall? You're the brains here.
Do you know what? That's an impressive idea.
Okay.
Take out the head, and the rest of it'll fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, I think I might be able to promote you to half brains.
Oh, okay. I do have one full brain.
Yeah, but that's in this operation, in this partnership.
Oh, I see.
So we'll have brain and a half and muscle.
So if we can kind of isolate her on our own somehow, or catch her when she's traveling away from other people.
Well, hers is the nearest camp or tent to the bridge.
Right.
So, I mean, 'tis still early. You can't miss her.
Yeah, okay.
Tiefling woman.
Okay.
She's a bit soft looking on the eyes. So don't let that now distract you.
Right.
If you're
yes.
in such a way inclined. Don't look. Keep all the muscles focused on going for her.
Okay. All right. Going for her.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right. You distract. I'll slip around the side, and if we need to, then we can call in your other.
You're gonna slip around the side of her tent?
Yeah.
Or yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So I'm gonna need you to just go hell for leather for her.
Yeah.
Swinging and kicking and punching.
Okay.
Making as much of a ruckus and noise as you possibly can.
Okay.
Now,
all right.
You'd want to watch out, though, for her companion.
What's her companion?
Elira. She's... and you see him kind of rub his shoulder a little bit. She's Loanne's muscle.
Is she in a separate tent or the same tent?
Well, I don't be asking personal questions like that.
I mean, you know, are they... Will she be nearby?
Well, if Elira's not... if Elira is up, then she probably is with Loanne. But we're about the same size as her. If not a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Not a bit brawnier. You could take out the muscle before you take out the brains.
Yeah, okay. This could really impress the guild. I think this would be great, actually.
That promotion, half brains, is coming. Right.
Okay. All right.
So
we're warming up the space.
Yeah, we're clear on it. We're clear on it. So
yes, we are.
Now I'm just going to go back in here for a second to just gather a few bits and pieces that I need.
Okay.
You give the signal. What's
my signal?
Yeah, I don't know, shout or roar or something.
Oh, when I start kind of running.
Yes.
Towards. Yes.
Remember, distraction, like so, and then that'll be the nod for me to.
Yeah. Okay.
Give him the slip.
All right. Okay.
Right, Jar. So right.
Off you go.
Yeah, and you see, he wanders back into the bush, trying to like bundle his cloak with him as he goes.
Okay. You just see Fearon muttering away to himself, like, you are strong, you are brave, you can do this. Okay. And he takes his mace out and he's like, okay. He lets out one big roar before he starts running.
At this moment, as you do this, as you roar, Dax and Barrett turn to see you in full sprint coming like right past them. Dax goes to say something, and you're pretty sure you heard a hiss come from the tree.
Okay.
You bolt past as Barrett reaches for you. You slip his grasp, mace in hand. You round the corner, and there in front of you, you see this down the road, down this sort of slope, about 45 feet away. It's beautiful. Like it's a very old stone bridge that just covers this. Stretches across this narrow little pass. Yeah. But it's I don't know bridge terminology. Like, you know, the
like a stone bridge.
Yeah, no, I know, but you know the thingy, like the arch part, and then
underneath or on top?
Underneath.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Hang on. No, I have to Google this now. What is the what is the underneath?
The good news is we can potentially cut this part out.
Not cutting that part out at all. It's known as the substructure.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, and the piers are the vertical support columns at the ends of the bridge to hold the supports at the very ends of the foundation. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So okay. So they're just called piers. So you can clearly see these long, about 75-foot tall piers, stone piers supporting the bridge. The one in the middle, as you come round, you can see it has been damaged, and a large part of the roadway on the bridge has collapsed. At the bottom of the hill, you see a small encampment, and as you come out, you can just clock, kind of standing there, rather sort of relaxed looking, you see a tiefling woman.
Is she hot? Because that's how he's trying to identify her.
She's from here, yes. She's
okay.
She's hot.
Okay, great. So he's going to use Adrenaline Rush. It's a bonus action, but I'll just take it first.
Okay,
because I feel like that's just the mind frame he's in at the moment, to get there faster, to try hopefully get there as fast as he can without her making too many actions.
Okay. Adrenaline Rush allows you, does it increase your movement speed or?
I gain 2 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And I can take the dash action.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. We're calling it Adrenaline Rush, but you bulldoze down this short little hill.
Mm-hmm.
And roaring.
Yep. Because he's an orc, so like a guttural shout, like a Braveheart kind of. Yeah.
Okay. As you come barreling down the slope, Braveheart shouting, mace in both hands, almost like a bat. You charge straight towards the tiefling woman. One of the last things you clock as you come down the slope is the crown of those trees on the other side. And again, you're pretty sure, not certain, but pretty sure you caught Serenity's eye, and she was scowling. Like, you could almost, you're not sure if it was the branches and the leaves, but you're pretty sure you saw her shoulders haunched up and her ears back. You go screaming. The tiefling woman doesn't move. She's still standing. As you come charging at her, you make it. You get closer. You can now see her. Deep red skin, like very, very like, you know that sort of like almost like artificial red. It's like the red crayon in the box kind of thing. That really, really red.
Yeah, very rich red.
Rich red. Yes. Yeah. And like she's got these bright yellow eyes, this tumbling mound of black hair that is shaved like on one side. The other is kind of tossed over one of her horns that kind of erupt up and look as if they've been slicked back, but they curl slightly at the ends. She's wearing a heavy leather coat and just this kind of white undershirt, black leather pants and boots. And she just kind of like, she's not reacting. She's not screaming at you. She does not seem alarmed as you barrel towards her. And in that moment, as you go to swing, you just see her kind of give a little wave. Like it's just, you see her like in her right hand, she like her fingers twist and curl as she casts sleep.
Okay.
And you drop like a rock. Serenity catches it all. And that's, I think we're going to go to present session.
Okay. It's going to get a lot darker in your room.
or is it? Thanks, Emma.
Thank you, Declan. I will see everyone else in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Maybe, if you survive.
That's fair.
We're live. Well, that was live. This is live with actual living. No, Emma's not dead. The things you could infer from that. Well, I don't know. Maybe Firin is dead. Did I realize while watching back that pre-record I was wearing the same shirt and t-shirt? Yes. Did I run upstairs abandoning my players to put on something different? Yes, I did. Okay.
Sorry. I'm trying to do no audio here.
Sorry. There's seems to be a slight tech issue.
Yep.
I will be back in 2 seconds, folks. I think, nope. Tech issues are not sorted. Oh, now they are. Okay, nope, that's fine. Don't know what that was. Just ignore it. We're here. We're live. Everything's fine. Everything's wonderful. Okay, so just a little bit of a recap. Emma is not able to join us tonight. Fearon has charged in on top of the bandits following some confidence boosting by a not totally shady dwarven merchant living in the bushes. Jax and Barrett watched as the kindling charge passed, roaring. So it's not exactly even a subtle approach to the bridge. All of this witnessed by Serenity, who is about 40 feet up in the air, scowling. If I take us into the scene very, very quickly, Serenity, you watch as the tiefling woman just completely and totally unfazed as Fearon falls in front of her feet. You see her just roll her arms outwards, up, over, and then she lets out kind of a whistle. There's just a sharp whistle. And from another tent on the bridge, this incredibly tall, broad orc woman just steps out. She's carrying two like cups. She hands one to the tiefling woman, and they're pointing down. You clearly see the orc woman laugh. Like she takes a swig from the mug, and a couple of other people kind of emerge from tents from under the bridge, kind of up and kind of gather. There are 8 people in total. You see them kind of pointing up the road.
Okay, so I don't see why Fearon falls.
No.
I just see Fearon fall.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. All right, I can just act.
Yep. It's we're not in combat. We're not
All
doing.
All right. So Serenity yells, "I have the kindling!" And then she charges off of the branch. She takes like 2 steps down the branch and dives into a front roll, doing slow fall out of the tree.
Okay.
So how far was the tree from where Fearon is?
So you're 40 feet up the tree, but the tree is on top of a perch, kind of looking down this slope.
Okay.
You're vertically, you're about 65, almost 70 feet above them, kind of looking down. You're about 55 feet away from them.
Okay.
Maybe
she
close to
would
60.
probably
yeah. But
right. Then she would probably, and her climbing speed is the same as her walking, which is 50 feet. So she would probably then climb down 15 feet.
Okay.
And then run out and dive off. Try to get a little closer to the ground because of that drop off.
Yeah.
And so then she'll go 45 feet. Using slow fall, she can negate 25 points of falling. So even if that's 5d6, which would be max 30, she should be able to do it.
Okay. Give me.
So do we want to do that first?
Yeah, I want you to give me an acrobatics check first, just to see, and I think based on this, then determine how, if there's any need to roll that dice at all.
Okay. Well, that's a 17.
Then no. Well, what I will tell you, as you shout, I have the kindling. Again, as you are scurrying down the tree as quickly as you can, and then you come kind of, it's quite a graceful, if not slightly open palmed, it's that stretching out. You immediately sink your claws into an outcropping of rock. As that tumbles, it doesn't matter, it falls away. You land on your feet. There's a skid down the side of this slope into a roll, and then sort of a bounce,
Mhm.
and you're on your feet. A large chunk of rock and dirt just rolls past you. Dax and Barrett, you hear
How many? I was gonna say, how many more feet do I have
you'd be about 50 feet away
in
from
this
them.
movement? If this
About
move
50.
is a total of 50 feet,
From Fearin.
I do get
and
about 50.
the-
So I still have a little bit of ways.
yeah, to get
I
to
get
them.
50 feet from. Okay, so I'm just doing an action, no action, bonus action, all that stuff.
No, so we're not in combat. I'm not doing. I'm not. I'd call
All right.
for. So they, again, as you kind of come down, they hear this.
Sure.
They don't quite see you at first. It's only when that rock comes loose and you land beside it, that it is that sort of and then you feel
All right.
8 pairs of eyes on you.
All right.
Dax and
No problem.
Barrett.
The second that I hear I've got the kindling, I think that something's wrong, and I'm just going to pull out my longsword and my shield and just charge as fast as I can towards the I guess where I saw Viren, I guess disappear and charge.
Yeah. So it's around the corner. Like Fearon didn't do it in any way sort of subtle or stealthy. It was just swinging a weapon and roaring at the top of his voice. The best way to charge, an armed militia on a bridge. You're just going to go. You're going to tear down
Yep.
the same road. Okay.
Pretty
Barrett,
much.
same thing, kind of following after Dax.
As we show a trace after that try
Okay.
try to tell him to calm down. We have to keep his cool head.
Again, Serenity, you can kind of hear Barrett trying to, again, from your left, kind of up that slope and the road. You hear Barrett kind of yelling after Dax to calm down, to keep ahead, that we don't know what's happened. We don't know kind of much of anything. And then all of you just hear, you all kind of see that orc woman grab Fearon from under the arms and just pull him further back towards the bridge. Now, why exactly are the Emberlight Guild looking to interfere in our business? And the tiefling woman just steps forward.
Where is
Yeah, how far away are they, and how far? I'm 50 something feet.
So-
how far away are they? The other two
Dax
guys.
and Barrett are about 60. So
Okay.
it's one of those things where if you were running, you'll again, we're not in combat, and none of these 8 bandits, no one has drawn swords, no one has done anything. They're watching, and they're talking to themselves. They're completely and totally unbothered. Unbothered is the wrong word. They're relaxed.
have they spotted me and Barrett as well?
Yeah. Well, if they didn't hear Dax, they definitely heard Barrett shouting after Dax.
Yep.
Yeah. So they. Yeah.
So Serenity is going to continue to run and say, "What happened to my kindling?" And so I will run up and I'll slow a little bit as I get closer, be like, "What happened to my kindling? Did somebody hit her?"
Darling,
Yes.
you take one more step, and that's 10 gold pieces. So catch yourself. Just take a breath. Let's discuss this like civilized people. Or have rumors of the Emberlight Guild and all your rules and manners, are they just for fabrication?
I think.
Oh no, they're not.
I think at this time Dax is going to come around and just be like, doesn't care It's just gonna go straight for that half orc and just be like, drop the kindling now. And I'm going to do also enlarge form or activate large form. So I become a large creature.
Okay. And you're like, are you kind of charging up to Serenity and doing this at the same kind of sort of time in that sort of imposing?
Yeah. I'm trying to intimidate them to drop or like, you know, let Fern go.
Give me an intimidation check.
Sure.
And we're gonna say, Bart, you're kind of just maybe one step behind.
I got a 19.
So some of those other, and again, it's a mixed crew here. Serenity, I would say, both Serenity and Bart, because relatively more composed than Dax.
I'm also
You-
quite small.
This is more so in the sense of what you might notice in the kind of that immediate vicinity of the bridge here. Now there are camps there. You do see that they have it, and it's not ramshackle. It's not. This is orderly. Like, this is they clearly have a space for cooking. The barricades are well made. There's a path just that kind of undercuts the brush and then sweeps down to the left. There's a gate on that. As Dax kind of approaches and becomes this sort of towering statue of rage, most of the others around the tiefling kind of take a step back. She raises her coffee cup to her lips, takes a sip from it, and there's just kind of a sweetheart, bigger men than you have tried and lost. So, like I was saying to your companion, and she points to Serenity, I like to run these things with a level head. So if we could just take a little breath, and y'all can tell me what exactly the Emberlight Guild wants with me and my business.
I look to Barrett and Dax.
Yeah.
Have
Dax
they has Dax stopped where I am, like beside me?
Yeah, like he's.
I can kind of put my arm out to the side.
Yeah, to stop him, I guess. Yeah, but he
To
is going
stop
to be
him.
like, we'll negotiate after you return our kindling.
Oh, you mean the fella
This
that
person
tried to
fearing.
kill me just now, screaming with his axe over his head like an absolute lunatic?
Well, according to you, that wouldn't have been it wouldn't have been an easy thing, so it wouldn't have mattered. Now return him.
Oh, since it wasn't a threat, then I didn't need to defend myself. I see the logic behind that, but nevertheless,
I only saw Fearin fall, screaming like a lunatic. Yes, crazy, inappropriate.
Mhm.
Agreed,
Mhm.
inappropriate.
Mhm.
I just saw Fearin fall. I didn't see what happened. So, can you tell me what happened? What did he just fall and hit his head? What happened?
He's just asleep, hon.
Oh, did someone put him to sleep?
And she raises an eyebrow at you.
Okay. All right. Will you return him to us while we have this conversation?
So, I didn't get any of y'all's names. I certainly didn't get his. So why don't we start with a little introduction? I think that keeps things civil. I am Luann. These people are my employees. This is my place of business. Now, we know a little bit about me, so why don't you all introduce yourselves? What about you, Mr. Muscles?
Sin Eater number 510, known as Dax.
I'm just gonna call you Brick. Sugar, and she points to Serenity.
I'm Serenity
Mm-hmm.
of the Emberlight Guild. We all are of the Emberlight Guild. Yes, we are. You did get that correct.
And then she looks to you, Barrett.
I'm boss. I'm wisdom.
Well, can I get any of y'all some coffee, some tea, some water?
No, thank you.
Los das.
Very early in
And
the morning.
the young man who is asleep, his
Mhm.
name is Fearin.
Oh.
Fearin.
Fearin. That's
Yes.
wonderful. It's not the first time I've failed to get the name of a gentleman who's fallen asleep. Now, what exactly is it that y'all are doing out here on Luann's Bridge?
Oh, see, that's where I think there's a misunderstanding because that's the King's Bridge.
Mhm.
And in the state that we find ourselves in, all of us, just trying to survive, the lifeblood of the country is the merchants who go through this bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And that's being stopped by you because of your extortion that you are claiming on this bridge in this area in order to make people pay you a lot of money to take them in the route around the bridge, which is broken.
Mhm.
Now, just letting you know, the king will not let that stand.
Which king is that?
And which king? Do you know of more than one king of this area?
I don't know of any kings of this area. And then she points to the bridge, and there you see that there are two. So, again, in my amazing engineering knowledge that I now know, there are three substructures. These sort of
Mhm.
like little. The middle one, each one of these where they join, there are statues. The one in the middle that has been damaged, there is a statue missing. Those three are dead. The fourth fella, well, he hasn't been around since before I was born, the way I reckon it. So, what use is a king's bridge if we ain't got a king?
Above table, what's our king's name? The one that
We haven't got. He's dead.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
either
we
dead.
still don't have a king.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought that there was one.
No, the royal family were killed in a civil war. And
Okay.
with the
See,
fall of the palace. No.
Yeah, that's where I was completely misunderstanding. I
Okay.
thought the king was in charge of like the road wardens and all of that.
No. It's
So who's running the road wardens? This is a
the
good
cities
question.
themselves that tend to try. So the bigger cities between have kind of taken to using some of the guards. So we do not have an acting government or an acting king or queen, empire or empress. Yeah.
So my approach will not work at all because there's no one to stand. Okay.
But I
don't know
will
how to
tell you
retcon
kind
that.
of what I will tell you, like, from that, like, you can feed into the, again, maybe it is just that Serenity is like, oh, maybe there has to be somebody in charge. You've kind of learned that Luann has taken the bridge for her own then. So she's listened with incredibly, intently. Like, she's not chiding or mocking. She's just been kind of listening along to you, as she's even gone so far as to just take a seat on a crate, like, and just kind of, and I like, in terms of like insight checks and all like that, she's not hiding anything. Like there's
Mhm.
nothing about her. She hasn't reached for a weapon. She's
Mhm.
been sipping away on her coffee cup, listening to Serenity. Um, and like she even went kind of to half turn her back on the three of you to point out the two remaining statues on the bridge.
Mhm.
The woman isn't remotely intimidated.
Okay. Maybe we need to back up and get some information. Maybe I'm just lacking in information here. So, um, I don't. How did the bridge get damaged? How did that happen?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
We've been looking, and I have taken it upon myself to
Mhm.
acquire supplies to begin repairing the bridge. Is that in the Emberlight Guild's information?
No, we
Oh,
have talked
oh,
about
oh, that's interesting.
doing a repair job on that as well.
Oh, and the money that I have been forcibly collecting from merchants. Was there any mention of the fact that the road wardens were doing the same thing and charging more, in fact, and not to keep the bridge up and running, not to keep the bridge maintained at all. No. Lining their own pockets.
Insight check.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
Same. But you want to do one as well?
yeah, I'll do one as well. Yeah, just to.
Because the information. Oh, that's not great. That's only 11 on whether or not the road wardens were also charging money before she started doing this, because she was a road warden, correct?
Yes. Yep.
And is she the tiefling or the orc?
She's the tiefling.
Okay, the orc is someone who works for her.
Yes. Yeah. Elira. Yep. Dax.
Okay.
Dax knows nothing.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay.
Okay.
And of the 8 people, have I spotted Lear?
There's a
with the birthmark on his neck.
I tell you what, you're in conversation. Barrett, will you give me a perception check or perception, because you're not able to go around rummaging. So purely just from a
Sure.
Outside of what you notice immediately, now that the others are engrossed in conversation, if you give me a perception check.
I got 13 for perception. Well,
Okay.
3.
You hear Luan mention kind of building supplies, and you do again in this camp that they have. There are you do notice kind of carpentry tools, bricklaying. Like there is equipment here. There are supplies here for repairing. But what catches your eye, Barrett, is one of the bandits that took a rather large step back as Dax sort of hugged in on top of the group. Is you caught him just as he was doing it. He's pulled his hood up, but there's no mistaking Lear Tallow. He is his father's son. They look incredibly familiar. Similar. Why did I say familiar? Of course they're familiar. They're a family.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has the same sort of same eyes, the same nose, the same kind of cut of the jaw. Lear is definitely here amongst them.
Okay.
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 We
Sorry, go
are.
ahead.
Yeah, I need to look at the other two and see how they're reacting. What's their demeanor at this moment?
Dax hasn't taken his eyes off that half orc with her.
And Barrett? What does Barrett look like? What is Barrett doing?
Yeah, he was. We saw. Sorry. He saw the guy you were describing. I try to signal to that. This guy.
Yeah, I think Barrett has kind of given you kind of just kind of the nudge of the head, Serenity, as you look to him. He's just giving you kind of a quick nod.
Try
and-
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is. He's pulled his hood up so you don't see it, but Barrett just kind of signals to the
Mhm.
one of the guys standing towards the back near the supplies.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were not aware that the road wardens were charging money for assisting people around the low water crossing. Is that what they were doing?
Oh, no. All roads lead to lining their pockets. So we stepped in, and yes, hands up. I've been charging merchants a percentage to cross, but they are taken by incredibly patient, diligent rangers and druids. And you get a few of there's a kind of some cheers amongst the crowd. Have you heard of any murders? Have you heard of any merchants being slaughtered? If we're the big bad bandits, why not just kill the merchants, take the wares for ourselves, sell them? That's actually a logic. Elira, we got the bandit thing wrong. We should have been killing the merchants.
That would increase a greater response from any kind of group like the merchant, like the steel, and also any of the wardens. So that
Actually, as a business venture, it does make more sense to not kill them so that they go through multiple times in multiple streams. The problem here is you're not giving them a choice to just cross without aid and go there without aid. You're not giving them a choice. You're giving them a choice to either pay you or to not go through there at all. Whereas just walking down the road, they don't have to pay any money to just walk down the road, except they get here and suddenly you're charging a large amount for them to not even go across the bridge because the bridge is broken, but to go across an area which they could choose to get a guide, or not. But you're not giving them a choice.
How much are y'all getting paid
do a
to come out
guide
here?
or not?
How much are
Pardon?
they paying y'all to come out here and deal with us? How much are the Emberlight Guild being rewarded for their services in dealing with bandits?
Actually, Serenity doesn't know. She's not here for the money. Do Dax or Barrett know? Would you know that as your character?
I don't see any reward on the posting.
Mhm.
So I don't think we're getting.
At that you would have that information. You'd be told whether there was a reward financially or
Yeah, I don't remember
otherwise.
there being one.
Yeah, so there may not be.
Yeah, it's just essentially our objective is to essentially remove the threat to the travelers.
Yep.
We're not getting paid for this.
Oh, so you'll just kill people for free?
No, we want to make this place safer.
Oh,
Yes, and
We have
we
heard
have
of
heard of no deaths.
we have heard of
Agreed.
you attacking merchants that don't.
Yes, that don't pay you.
And
That
who's-
is what bandits do. They attack people who don't pay them. They can just put a blockade in any road and anywhere and charge people to go through, or attack them if they don't, or if they try to go through without paying. That is what bandits do. Yes.
okay. There's the bridge. Go cross.
No, there's a crossing right over there that is a low water crossing.
Go cross that then.
Can we go down and look at it?
It's a free country.
So what happens if, let's say I was a merchant and you said, how much would I have to pay you
Well, that depends. What are you carrying?
on a load of stone on a wagon?
Is it to repair the bridge? Or are
No,
you
we want
looking
to go
sell it?
across the bridge.
Okay,
So sell it.
then we'll take 10% of what you're carrying for the bridge.
You'll take the stone.
10% of your stock. What if you were carrying medicinal herbs? What would I take then? Nothing.
I don't know.
Now you
Really?
carrying rugs, spices, you carrying anything extra fancy. You looking to sell, you looking to profit. We'll take a cut of that.
Another 10%? Is that what
Well,
it is, or is it different for luxury items?
If it's got value, if it's got gold attached, and we can use that to pay my men, repair the bridge, then that's what we'll use it for. I'm not denying there is a charge for the services that we offer, but not one merchant that's crossed the Low River crossing. Have you heard anything about them vanishing? Have you heard anything about them being disappeared? Have you heard of any merchants being lost to the lasting dark out here?
Oh, no. There was a group that on between here and town that was lost last night.
Yeah, we heard that.
Mhm.
They took the Low crossing at the wrong point.
Oh, I thought it was on the road. We passed their wagon on the way here.
Mhm.
So you're saying they made it here, but then their wagon ended up back there?
Parts of them made it here.
Interesting.
So are you only charging when people use your pass and they have something of value, or if they choose to use your services?
We offer safe crossing. You asked me what
Yes.
happened to the bridge. We don't
Yes.
know.
Okay.
That's fine.
Were you a road warden? I heard that you had been a road warden. Did you leave the road wardens after the bridge was broken?
I left long before.
Okay. What did you do before you started your project here?
Odds and ends to get by.
Odds and ends.
I dabbled in the merchant's lifestyle myself. And what I've gleaned from that, I saw to start this business.
Okay.
So if your goal
Yeah, go
is
ahead,
to
Dax.
essentially to repair the bridge, what happens after that?
That was going to be my next question.
Well, the bridge will need to be maintained. The bridge will need to be repaired times again. If you're asking, do we plan on setting up a barrier and charging folk to cross it?
Yes, we are asking that.
The thoughts crossed my mind. So
Um,
has the
Okay.
challenge that meddling folk such as the Emberlight or Mantry's steal.
Mhm.
And that's not good for business. So
Would you consider, okay, if the Emberlight Guild were to help in getting supplies for the bridge, maybe even workers to help repair the bridge, would you consider being a partner with them? And maybe even charging less from the people so that more merchants will get through?
now, I can't be certain exactly when, but petitions for repairing the bridge have been long standing. So I don't see
Okay.
Emberlight or Mantry's steel here with wagons and carts loaded up with supplies to repair it. Nor do I see Haverfield's Merchant Council or any of them. So, what I saw was an opportunity. I stepped in, I stepped up, and we have been repairing it or managing it for the time being.
Do I see? Can I see the bridge and see if there are any repairs in progress?
From here, no, you can't. You'd have to
Okay.
either go down the little slip path, kind of in under the kind of, well, not in under, but down and closer
Where
to
I can
the-
see, under.
around, or you could move up towards the bridge, and then because you can see the damage, you can see where that middle section has collapsed.
Dex, do you think maybe we should get Dex and Barrett? Do you think maybe we should get some eyes on the damage to the bridge so that we can at least report that exactly what the damage is, what needs to be done, and what the condition of the low water crossing is, how dangerous it is? Can we, Loanne, would you allow us to have a look at those and see what the conditions are?
You want to go down?
I want to go down and look at your low water crossing and then get an eye on the bridge from the side to see what the damage is. You said you don't know what caused it. Maybe we can see something. I don't know.
And you want to go down alone? Or do you want to take one of my guides?
We want to go down alone just to look at it.
She looks over her shoulder.
Actually, I'm going to look over and I'm going to point at him, the one with the hood up, and the birthmark. Why don't we take him?
You want Lear?
Yeah. Just to go down there and come back. We'll come right back. We could even maybe just do it, two of us, and one of us stay here with Fearin, and two of us go down and look and just inspect and come right back.
I'll tell you what, since you and I are having such a good chat and we're learning so much about each other, why don't you stay here with Fearin? And you do see that the orc woman has she has put Fearin's hair into, like, she's plaited two little pigtails just out of the side of his head. Like, she's just and like a few of the others are giving her bits and pieces to, like, just kind of braid into it as well. And for Brick and Barrett, I'm going to give you a discount because I like them burly. So 3 gold ahead.
I don't know if I have gold.
And everyone
You should have
frantically turns
starting.
to their character sheets.
Yeah, immediately.
You should have starting gold.
Do I have gold? I don't know if I do.
I don't have very much, so
I have no gold.
you should have some.
I have some.
Okay. Barrett has. Everyone now looks to Barrett. Like,
I'm not above table. I have 8 gold.
Yeah,
okay.
I may pay.
Okay.
I have 0.
Barrett's paying,
Barrett's paying. Okay.
so that's 6 gold.
6 gold. And as she says this, and Barrett, as you reach for the coins, a halfling woman just kind of snips up between the group. She takes the coins from you and she immediately deposits them into a small chest that she snaps shut, and as quickly as she kind of appears, she kind of zips back into the crowd. Well, Lear is going to take you to down below the bridge, and Serenity and I are going to continue our little girls' chat.
Well,
Okay.
I'm little, but you're not. So
I don't like leaving.
maybe I like him. Maybe I like him. Maybe I like him on the taller side too. How tall is the tiefling woman? Like just like normal, like
she's about 5'11".
oh
Yeah.
okay. So she's almost a foot taller than Serenity.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So and no, she has sat down. Again,
Okay.
she doesn't view. So what I'll do is, because we are splitting.
Yes. You can run them. That's fine.
Yeah. We'll again. It's mostly just now Serenity kind of digging into who you are. Like these are the kinds of the questions, and she's probing. Like they're all the questions are very much like open-ended, and just to get a sense of who you are. She's trying to kind of figure out who she's dealing with. For the most part. The orc woman does put Fearin down. Like she's finished braiding with his hair, like so, and they start to kind of go about getting ready for the day.
Am I going to be allowed to go over and check out Fearin?
Yeah.
Look at Fearin?
Nobody. As you do though, she turns she kind of swivels on the grate.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. She kind of swivels on the box to kind of keep an eye on you.
Yeah, if Dax is seeing that kind of thing, I think he's going to be a little bit easier kind of going with Lear then.
Okay. He has kept the hood up. He moves past Luann, who just puts a hand on his shoulder. And all of you kind of see this in that moment, Serenity, as you move past her to check on Fearin. She puts a hand on his shoulder. And it's not just kind of a tap, like she holds for a second. And then he just moves in front of the pair of you. He's probably on the shorter side of things. That might be down to age more than anything else. He's a lot younger than anybody else. And you do, again, Dax, you like as he kind of moves past you and Barrett, you do see that striking resemblance to his father, Captain Tallow.
Can I do an insight check just about that touch, just to see what the kind of intention is? It just confidence boosting, or is it something more seedy?
Yeah.
I got a 21. Like, is it a touch of death? That is like, yeah, take them down and kill them.
Go down there and kill them. No, it seemed to be kind of like an assuring sort of you'll be all right. Like it wasn't a there's nothing in her body language that kind of gives you the sense of we're being lured down here. It was purely meant for the boy. It was meant to be sort of a dory. And again, that road, that path down, he starts to move some of the barricade. It's well constructed. It's on kind of a swing latch, so he hoists it up and he moves it, and as he does, a lot of the brush that's up here moves with it. It's been tied and tethered to this little barricade, and the path widens a bit. It's wide enough for a horse and cart to get down. It also has been set with gravel, so it's not just mud and dirt. They've put grit to try and make the descent a little easier. Once he has the barricade open, he just holds a hand up and he just gestures forward twice to you and to Barrett, and he begins to he slides down this thing with no sort of complication. He's not holding himself. He's done this a couple of times. He knows what to do, and he slips down the road.
Yeah, I guess we follow him.
And so your objective is to go down here and then kind of turn back to look up at the bridge to see the damage.
Yeah, see the damage and stuff, and see if we can kind of gather I guess from both me and Barrett's kind of military careers, we should be able to discern if it's like weapons or something.
I'm just going to do a little above table thing. I did something by accident, and I just realized that's fine. It's cool. I like. Maybe I did it subconsciously. Because I just had a moment of, oh yeah, both of you have trauma here I can exploit.
Great.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need the pair of you to give me wisdom saving throws, please.
I got an 11.
Okay.
Okay. Wisdom. Sorry, do you say wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw, yeah, please, Tony.
Yeah. Okay, let me check.
I have.
I got 5.
Oh, okay. Right. Barrett, we'll start there because 5 is worse than 11. You following behind Dax, who's following behind Lear, and Lear hasn't waited. He's not. He's not shuffling two elderly gentlemen down. He's not, and there's not a cart and horses that he has to be mindful of around. You're both big and strong. You'll be fine. So he's kind of bounding down this dirt road in front of the pair of you. As you take that first step down this road, there's a shiver down your back, and you hear an explosion, and it reverberates around you. It bounces off the walls of these cliffs on either side. You hear the screams of battle, the clash of metal and steel. You can smell blood. Your skin crackles with the electricity of arcane energy violently erupting around you. You hear bloodied cries, people begging and pleading for their life, for death, for Boss to spare them just one more day. As you move down through this, ghosts swell up around you, specters, and you feel them pulling on you. You start to hear whispering sounds in your ear. They don't make any sense. You can't make it just sounds like hissing and sizzling as they lean in, and it isn't that they reach up for, they're reaching to pull you down.
Right, and when I hear whispers and sounds knock about, I also shows thought I was we pay back in the memory of the battle. As it's a who's is speaking to me, please stop. Action now, yeah.
You should have died with us that day. And take 8 psychic damage. As you turn back, hearing this voice in your ear, you see one of your comrades, Jarrow, a half-elf, a spearmaster. There's an arrow protruding out of his throat. He wears your old army coat. His face is etched in fear and agony as he reaches up for you, again you feel this weight pulling you down. And it's as if a part of you has just been torn away by this memory, by this ghost. Dax.
Yeah.
Everything's great. Everything's fine. It's wonderful.
You're just having a nice stroll in the woods.
You, as you again, in that same moment, as you cross this threshold, it sounds like electrical humming. It sounds, it's just sudden jarring, screeching in your ears. The boy Lear doesn't seem phased by it. He doesn't, and that's if he notices it in the first place. You didn't hear this just back there. This is only here now. And as you push through, again, sometimes it is just that ringing in the ears. Maybe it's just that, but with each step, it seems to get louder.
Does this seem like it's like crackling, kind of?
Yeah.
Dax, do you hear that?
When you look back, if you're saying this out loud,
yeah, I'm saying it out loud and I'm kind of looking around.
You see Barrett ghostly pale, and there's just sweat pumping out of him. From the bottom of the path, hear what? The river? It's just the river.
The crackling sound. Barrett, are you all right?
So, yeah. I took your guy, maybe it pay on me again. As it was from that day. It just hits me so hard. I'm back now.
Would Dax have experienced this before, going into kind of anywhere that he knows a big battle would have been? It's kind of like Echoes of the Dead or something like that.
One of those, as you, if the pair of you continue, it isn't, Dax, it isn't would I know what this is? It's of course I know what this is. Your sense of self. There's an assertiveness. There's, of course I know what this is. It is remnants or whispers. They are the ashen whispers that follow the lasting dark moments in time, particularly in spaces where big moments or a lot of emotional energy were conjured, manifested, frozen in time. Of course, you'd know what those are. They trace the lasting dark, and you've seen this all over the kingdom. You've seen this all over Phaeton, and you have thwarted it every single time.
Great. So, the lasting dark is here. Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna keep a watchful eye. I'm also gonna grab some soot from my bag and put it on my hands.
Okay.
Just I guess it's soot from the hearth in the forge. Just kind of grab ash from the fire. It kind of I guess it calms him a little bit, as he kind of strodes more forward, and he's just gonna be like, a lot of people have died here. This is echoes of a past battle. Do you know the history of this place? I gotta ask Lear.
My dad talked about it. It's an important bridge, so I guess they had to fight over it or something. How far down do you need to go here?
I guess if we can we see the damage now? Like, is it pretty kind of well light?
He's close enough to the kind of the bank of the river at this stage. So if the pair of you kind of follow him to that side, that space, you're just kind of turning slightly. You can kind of look up towards the bridge. You didn't realize how much of a slope down, like kind of the road, the descent from this road was. You're looking up towards the bridge. You can just see the tiefling woman. Like, she's positioned herself in such a way that you can still track her and the start of the bridge. You don't see Serenity, having moved in to look at Firin. You can't, and obviously she being smaller, she's but you can just make out the kind of the tiefling woman having a laugh. She laughs at something. She infers, Zool, that your care, Serenity, for Firin doesn't pang of maternal. And again, there is just that sort of like, he's handsome, he's so she's very much sort of just trying to kind of, again,
Yes.
these leading questions.
Yes. Helicopter ears or airplane ears. The ears kind of flatten a little bit, and Serenity gets much more erect and looking directly at Lohan. There is. Oh, yes. Yes. Of course I'm going to be touchy. Don't infer that I am having any kind of anything with someone who is my subordinate. That is not happening here. This is a young, impressionable man, and I am not doing anything with him. I'm not lusting after him, anything. So if you want to imagine that, that's your business. But don't say that you think it is, because then others might take that, and then it's like slander. So I just want to set that straight. That's not happening.
Careful, Sugar. She's starting to get a little flustered. And she kind of has that. Like,
but that's okay. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't mind if I'm a little flustered. That's fine. That's fine.
It's at this point, Dax and Bart, you can hear.
And I
Luann
know
kind of
she's
laugh.
doing this to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know she's doing this to me, and I'm like, fine. Okay. Then I'll be this way. If that's what she wants to have back and forth, I will be this way. And she can feel like she has some power over me to do this. And I know this is what she's doing to me. And I'm like, okay, then I will go this way, because that's how she wants to do this.
Dax and Bart, as ye hear this, again, you can hear Luann kind of laugh. Looking up towards the bridge and then tracing its path, you do see that that center pier that's collapsed, and Barrett, you see that parts of it still stand. There's a mass of stone and a semblance of what the structure was there. Dax, you just see a swirling cloud of miasma.
I was gonna say, does this cause some kind of incursion or something?
But it's okay, because you can deal with it.
Yeah, that's true. Great.
You can fix it, Dax.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
I can. Yeah, I probably can. Okay. I need to get to that bridge. I need to get to that. Yeah, Dax is going to just straight up pelt it back towards the gate, the barricade, and he's going to just, I guess, did they close the barricade or anything like that?
The one that you came down?
Yeah.
No, they left it open.
Yeah, or so from where my vantage point is, would it be better to go through the river towards it, or just over the bridge to that damaged part?
If you go over the bridge, it's it's at the base here. So you have the issue of getting. Whereas if you follow along the bank and up through the river, you'll be at it. Where if you go to the bridge, you'll be looking down. And it's about a 40, 50-foot drop.
Yeah, okay. So, instead of going up to I'm just going to pelt it down the bank and just go straight for it.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to sheath my longsword and put, like, half my shield on my back. And I'm just going to go straight for it.
Barrett, you see Dax just, again, sheath his weapon, and then just clambering around the edge of the bank, closer to the bridge. Lear just kind of calls out, that isn't particularly safe to be doing. Like I don't recommend doing that. The river's actually quite deep. It's quite fast.
Yeah, I think Dax probably registers it, but he's entirely focused on that swirling vortex.
They'll probably build a statue for you, Dax.
Oh no.
On the bridge.
Yeah, cool. I have to get towards it. I guess my large form hopefully will help me kind of get there.
Give me an athletics check.
Cool. I have advantage with those. I got a 21.
Okay. The bank of the river here is, again, it's waterlogged, it's slippy, it's also incredibly narrow. So as you start to kind of maneuver off the path, kind of towards the bridge, eventually it just makes more sense to be in the water, like to trudge through that. Your chest height, now you can feel rock under your foot, and as you push against the current, Barrett, you see Dax doing this. Lear just lets out a whistle, and in that moment she leans over the crate and kind of towards down the road, and Lear is pointing to Dax, who's in the river. It seems as if the burly one, it seems he's gone for a dip.
A dip. Is he crossing? Can I get up and look?
Yeah.
All right. I want to get up and look over and look down to see if I can see him coming up, like, and getting in the water and going towards the bridge.
Most of the other.
Well, it looks to me like he's inspecting something. He did go down there to inspect the bridge and the low water crossing. Dax, you okay down there?
He's just like, I have to stop it.
Stop what?
So I would know this as sin, really, kind of thing.
Yes, that's what you would refer to it as.
I would be, I'd just be like, the sin, it's here.
Oh my gosh.
2 gold he drowns. And Luan starts, the others are starting to bets.
This is Sin Eater programming. Damn it.
Barrett, what are you doing?
We are watch it as we are see why was pointy as I just keep watching her. Be sure she not try to cause trouble or causing saying I want to come down to stop us or anything.
Okay.
Which also wash.
Okay. Okay. Dax.
Yep.
As you wade through the water, again, you hear, you can hear people kind of, they're not, they're shouting, but it's more sort of like some people are egging you on, others are saying, no, just slip, let the current take you. Like I've got money on this. So like it's kind of a jovial atmosphere, Serenity, up there where you are.
Mhm.
Uh, does he always do totally stupid, reckless, dangerous things? Or is this just some fit your man's taken?
If he says it's sin, he's a sin eater. This is something that he does. I've never seen him do it. I've only heard about it. I'm not stopping him. I'm just going to let him try what he feels he needs to do. What can he do to this bridge by himself? He doesn't have any weapons or anything. I don't know.
Okay. Put me down for 3 gold, the man drowns. And she takes money and she hands it out to that halfling woman and she pops it into a little box.
Now, is the water flow? Which direction is the water flowing? Is he going with the flow or against the?
He's going against the current.
It's okay. It's flowing from like our right to our left, and he's
Yes.
going against it.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you trudge closer,
Mm-hmm.
it's moving through. It's like moving through kind of a thick mist. You like the air feels so different, but so familiar at the same time. Dex, this is nothing new to you, but that sensation, it crawls over you. This isn't just a thick blanket of fog or a thick mist. This feels as if it wraps itself, as if it slithers, and writhes over you, as if it envelops you. As you move closer, your sense of self, your prowess, your impact, your skill, your talent, your ability to deal with these things just engorges. And I need you to make another wisdom saving throw, please.
I got a 15.
It's the sin of pride.
Yeah. Great.
And as you move through the river, as you get closer, you can see under the bridge looking up, you see the wear and tear underneath. That on the surface, the bridge looked solid, it looked strong, but underneath it was cracking and crumbling. It was aging and depreciating. This central pier has buckled. It through flood or through something else, it caved. And as you recognize the sin around you and welling up inside you enough to be able to hold it at bay, there's a crumbling pile of rubble, half sunken in the wreckage of the bridge. You can make out a face.
What's the face?
It looks like stone.
Okay.
It seems to be wearing like a crown or part of a crown, or maybe it's just broken off. It's hard to see because it's under water and with a kind of shimmering around you, and it's kind of murky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess I try to get closer. Like, I gotta try and kind of get more of a stable. If I'm near any of the kind of like substructure parts, I gotta try and kind of like brace myself against it and kind of try to take a look.
Okay. So you're gonna go put your head under the water
Yeah, I guess so.
Get one hand out, reaching for something like against the pier. That's like a solid concrete foundation. You brace, plunge your head under the water, and you see, as your eyes kind of adjust, you see that it is a statue. But then the eyes open. And Serenity, the bridge, begins to tremble. And Luan kind of looks to you, looks to the others. What's he doing?
I don't actually know. I think he's fighting the sin. I don't.
I'm going to need you to elaborate on exactly what that is and what it's about to do to my bridge. And in that moment, the pile of rock around you that you had been holding on to, Dax, starts to shift. And the water begins to part around you as it is pushed to either side, and rock and stone rends itself as more of this miasma sin begins to seep out from the cracks in the riverbed, pushing the river to one side. And you see this soaking riverbed covered in mossy stones and mud and muck and debris. And the statue reaches out with a hand that looks human, and it begins to push itself up out of the mass as this large, hulking figure. Part statue, part human. A visage, both stone and skin, twisted in agony. It reaches out into the dirt and it starts to pull at something. And you see half a broken crown, and it fixes it into its head. And mud and blood and ooze seep from the wounds. And I need everybody to roll initiative as the stone-bound king awakens. That is where we're taking a break. Y'all wanted to come back. We're back. We'll be 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 back. When Declan can find the button. I found the button. I found the button. We'll be back. If I did that correctly, yes, I did. I'm always so anxious that I didn't push the right button. Anyway, um, welcome back. If you are rejoining us, or sorry, if you're just joining us, um, we're rolling for initiative because somebody let their pride go to their head, and somebody threw themselves into the river. But we have seen something made of miasma or sin, depending on what perspective you are looking at it, emerge from the river, part earth, part statue, part humanoid. And in this, as this thing rises out of the riverbed, all of you hear stone dragging over stone, wet, heavy scraping. It seems almost too big to be able to hold itself up entirely. You see remnants of a broken statue formed in to give it some sort of human-like shape or stature. Its left arm is entirely stone, both of the statue and of the riverbed, slightly longer than it should be. The other end is holding this large piece of steel chain that just seems tethered to the river. Across its back, across the stones and the muck, you can just see, Dax, a breastplate bearing the sigil of Mantri's steel. The head swivels like two stones rolling on each other back towards you as it places this crown onto its head. And the face is the worst thing about this. It is part carved, polished stone and part destroyed human face. You can see where skin has been pulled tight. You can see where bone has been crushed and broken, fixed into this. Neither the statue or the human face are fully finished. It's like somebody had a rough idea of what both these things should look like and stopped halfway. The mouth just slips open like somebody tears their hands into wet dirt and pulls it back, and just this ooze of miasma unfurls from its mouth like smoke. It begins to fill the space around you. What did everybody get on their initiative?
An 18.
Serenity got a 20. Dirty 20.
20, 18. Barrett?
Got 6.
6. Okay. And in typical DM fashion, I forgot that I have to roll initiative, or at least in Declan's version of this. Okay, that is a 10 for the Stonebound King. Serenity, it's your action as you see this thing pull itself out of the dirt.
I see it pull itself up. Has it made any threatening movement?
It's done. It's other than form itself. No, it's not done anything.
Shoot. I think that. Okay, let's see. I've never been first before. This is crazy. All right, so Serenity will take her movement to get down to where they are. How far is this bank? Can I go just down the bank straight instead of going the long way like the guys did?
No, this is the only path. So the path that Barrett and Dax took is the only path down towards the riverbank.
How far down below the bridge, if I go out on the bridge, is this character? How tall are they? Like
you'll be
40 feet, or are they 20 feet, or how big are they?
The drop from the bridge to the river is about 45 feet. The Stonebound King stands at about 9 feet, 10 foot tall.
Okay, so Serenity will then take her movement, and she will double it because we're in combat now.
Mm-hmm.
And so she will take 100 feet of movement to go to try to get close to where Dax is. Go down the road and then back down the riverbank
Okay.
without getting in the water. To go
You-
down the side of the riverbank without getting in the water.
You'll need to give me an acrobatics check then to
Okay.
try, or yeah, I think athletics given how lithe Serenity actually is. So yeah,
So acrobatics.
acrobatics. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So okay, she got a 26.
Okay. No, it's enough. You're it isn't so much that you're jumping and leaping. It's more you are low and fast. And where Dax is broad and wide and fills the space, Serenity is small and is able to slink in underbrush. Your paws are wet. Your garb is soaked as you slide across the grass and the mud. But you are able to, with that 100 feet of movement, you're still like the river here. It's quite wide. So from the bank to where Dax and this entity, this creature, this statue is it's about another 25 feet. Now, you have these stone structures that you could jump from this first one, which is what you'd have gotten to. So that first substructure, the pier, there's 25 feet between that and the destroyed pier. If you were to try and make a leap for it.
Is the 9-foot tall king between those two structures?
It's at the second one. That is where
It's at the second one.
Dax and it are. So where that second pier collapsed, this is where this thing has emerged out of.
Okay. I'm gonna yell, Dax, come back to the shore. Come back this way. Hoping that he will. And I will then use the dodge action as my bonus action and just hold there on the shore.
Okay. Dax, yeah, you hear Serenity calling out to you to come back towards the riverbank. It's your action.
The ground is like the water is like receded now, so I've
Yes.
got like a fairly.
Oh
kind
yes,
of, like,
sorry. I should have. Yeah, thank you. There is.
That's why I didn't go in, because I thought I'd be swept away by the water.
There's a clear path where Dax and the stonebound king are, but the river didn't vanish. It's just been parted. So you'd have to clear.
25, is it 25 feet for me to get over into that? Over into the.
You'd need to clear about 10 feet of water.
Oh. All right. Well, then she would then try to climb up a little bit to get a height advantage to her jump.
Okay.
The structure that's for her bonus action. She will use like the dash movement and climb up that, and she has 100 feet of this too, so she can actually go plenty. And I'm assuming is it kind of one of those curved ones?
Yes.
Like an arch. So she'll kind of climb up until she's kind of holding and then spring off sideways. So she'll get part of the way over that 10 feet and then spring off sideways and maybe do a flip to land beside Dax.
Okay.
And she will actually be using a point to do patient defense, so that there's dash, and if she dashes, she can either patient step of the wind, or she can't patient defense if she dashes. I'm trying to remember because I've never played monk before.
What I would say is if all you're trying to do is get towards Dax, then you're good.
Yeah.
That's
okay. So I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there so that I'm like
right
maybe
beside
slightly
Dax.
right beside him or slightly behind
Okay.
him. I don't know where the if I can have him between me and the big thing, I will do that. But if not, I'll get just right beside him.
There again, you're from a mechanics point of view, it wouldn't make much of a difference that if you are just behind him.
I'm still within the reach of that
With the
thing.
reach, yes, yeah.
Okay, but I still want to be behind him so that it sees him first.
Okay, Dax.
Cool. I'm going to just straight up attack it. Like,
Okay.
my whole jam. So, sorry. To hit is a 22.
22 will hit.
D8 plus 3, so 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use Unwavering Mark. So when you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can mark the creature until the end of your next turn. While it's within 5 feet of you, marked creature has disadvantage on attacking rolls that doesn't target you. If the marked creature deals damage to anyone else, you can make a special attack damage against it. So, and then I'm going to attack again.
Okay.
And I got a 19 that time.
19 will hit.
Oh, sweet. Oh no. Where are you? Okay, I'll go. And that is 7 damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna use that's already got disadvantage. So cool.
As you just see Serenity kind of scattering up along the underside of the bridge and then leaping across the water that rushes and pools. She lands, and in that motion, as she kind of drops to kind of her forelimbs low and to find a grip on the wet stone, you're already swinging your longsword up over her head into the chest of the stone-bound king. The sword reverberates as it bounces against stone, but you see quite a deep crack forms as it does. It leans back like a mountain of rock tumbling, and there is just, you see it shake and the stones across it rattle as just this unholy howl just scratches out of its throat. It starts to shake violently, and I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Cool.
And you're going to make yours this first one at advantage.
Okay. Cool. Would this be a condemned?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I got a 18 altogether.
That's fine. Again, in the presence of this sin, as you know it, Dex, it seeks to invade, it seeks to infest, and to consume. You feel its aura and this energy, this coldness seeping off of it. And as it washes over you, it doesn't stick. And you bring the longsword back around, and again, driving it in harder to where you've buried that first attack. You catch it again, and then its eyes shift. It's not that they look downwards. The stone and skin slips, and they look at Serenity. Action. Okay. With its right hand on that chain, it pulls and turns. As it does, the chain snags, and at the end of it, there is just this large chunk of rock dripping with stagnant mud and muck and bone. It swings outwards, and I need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. That is a 22.
I got a 9.
Okay. So with a 22, take 9 bludgeoning damage, Serenity.
Okay.
And 18 bludgeoning damage, Dax.
I'm going to use my second wind thing. Oh, Stone's Endurance, which allows me to reduce it by 1d12 plus 2.
Okay.
Okay, I have to do this 3 times. So So I get to reduce it by
trying to
12.
I'm trying to see if I have that monk thing yet where I can, or what level that is, where I can reduce as a bonus action.
Don't worry about it for now.
No, for reduce for myself, because don't we both have to do it?
Oh yeah, you have to take 9, I think.
I'm looking to see if I have it yet. Am I not?
Can I just keep going while you're looking, and then I can
Yeah.
always retcon it afterwards if that's okay? Because I'm
Go
just
ahead.
again I'm conscious of our time.
Right.
It swings this full heavy weighted chain around it, ripping up this large chunk of stone with it. It barrels into the pair of you with Serenity ducking just in time. It catches you, Dax, and in that momentum, it kind of shoves you to the side, not knocking you, but sort of sweeping you off your feet. It doesn't stop turning, and you see the stone scraping and scratching against it, and the muck just sort of slipping out of it as its full body turns. It slams the stone into the bridge. And with its left hand, it just slams harder again into reaching out into the stone structure where the threads of these piers hold on as it begins to pummel the earth around it. And I need to roll that damage. Oh, okay. Okay. It is Barrett. It is your action.
How far am I from the statue?
You're about if you jump into the river, you'd it would be easier. Well, easier. Actually, no, the river's been parted. If you're about 35 feet. We'll say 35 feet, Barrett, in total from where you are on the edge of the bank to the river. But you have to clear 10 feet of that parted.
I'll be trying to get as close as I can.
Okay.
But the accuracy is 35 feet, and we use spear. I try
Throw it.
focus the basic power to spear to try increase damage.
Go for it. Make an attack roll for me, please.
I mean, will attack boss. So please, a deal. That's good. I cast 11.
No, an 11 does not hit.
I will try attack again.
Okay.
Please, I have spear.
Yeah, go for it again.
I cast 24.
Yeah, 24 is going to hit. So you can do the damage on that for me.
First damage from spear is 7.
Okay.
As I'm using PSI track.
Okay.
Which I have to roll DS plus 2.
Okay. Damn psychics.
That's 9.
Damn it.
Basic damage.
And I did.
Oops.
5. Yeah.
9. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Zul.
And I did find it. It is deflect attacks. So when an attack hits me and its damage is bludgeoning, I can roll, and I rolled a 10 to reduce it by 10, so that reduces it to 0. In which case, I can use a focus point to redirect the bludgeoning back, and I'm going to direct it back at the stone king, the stone-bound king, and it must make a dexterity saving throw of DC 15.
Okay. Is that to null the damage, or is that a condition that you're trying to inflict on it?
Because I nulled the damage down to 0, I was able to roll a D10 plus my monk level, which I rolled a 5 and my monk level is 5, so I went down to 0 for the damage on me because it was only 9.
No,
then I used a key point.
Yeah, no. So is it so if you're rolling if I'm rolling a dex save, is that for damage, or is it that you're looking to inflict?
Damage. I'm
Okay.
inflicting damage on it. So if it succeeds,
that's a 6. Yep.
okay. So it failed. So I roll 2d8s because that's my martial. My martial die is a d8. Okay, 2d8s. 4, 8 plus my dex is 4, which is 12 bludgeoning.
Okay. Cool.
Nope. I want to be correct. It is just the 8. It takes 8, not 12. That's it.
Okay. Okay, bear with me 1 second. Okay. We're back at the top of the turn order. Luann and the others, you hear her calling out to Lear to get off the bank, and the boy has just gone right back up the slope. They're running up towards the bridge, and they seem to be gathering their bits and pieces. They are not getting involved in this as of right now, other than packing up and seeing what they can stop from falling in as the bridge begins to crumble. Serenity, it's your turn. Top of the turn order.
All right. So as I yell, "Come down here, you cowards, and help us stop this thing before it breaks the rest of the bridge."
You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Coming at you like Cleopatra. Oh, that is a 17. What happens?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing happens at this moment.
All right. So she's going to use her. Okay. Where did you say the Mantry steel image was?
On its back.
On its back. Does it look like it's also stone, or is it like a steel breastplate or something?
It was a steel breastplate.
All right. Serenity is going to run around behind it and climb its back and get out a dagger and try to cut this breastplate off of it.
Okay. Do you want to make an attack roll for me? Or
Sure, I can make an attack roll, like an unarmed attack.
no, if you're using the dagger, it's an attack roll.
Okay, I'd like a dagger attack.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a 17.
Beats it.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so that's a D8 plus 4. Okay, so D8 plus 4.
Cool. Nice.
That is 7. So I'm trying to cut this thing off. That's one attack.
Okay. You stick the point of the dagger in behind the breastplate as Dax, you watch Serenity just slip around the creature. It's as fast as it can be, it being a large stone structure made of muck and stone and flesh. It doesn't seem to pay Serenity any heed as she scrambles up along its back. And as you wedge the blade in, you feel something. It's catching. Sorry, as you using it to kind of the blade as a lever to kind of push the thing further. The breastplate is stuck on something, and there is just there. At first, there's a putrid smell of rotten earth, like just moldy, stagnant muck as you push against it, and then as you feel the kind of the stretch of it, it isn't just muck you're pulling against.
Okay, so that's one attack. She's gonna attack it again. She's feeling down in there, trying to cut this breastplate off.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever she's cutting.
Yep. You can make the second attack.
Okay. Second attack is only a 9. Flurry of blows.
9 won't work. Yep.
Okay. That's another 9. Oh, this one is a 26.
The 26 will hit.
Okay. So 9 9 points of slashing.
Okay. You again, it's not delicate work. It's not intricate. You're not being careful about it. You are just chipping and slicing and hacking into this. The breastplate, as you start to pull it away, again, it's still stuck, but you've managed to get kind of a third of it off the back.
Okay.
You can now see behind it, and you do see mud, but you also see flesh. You see muscle. Dax, it's your action, and I now need a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. Oh, that was a D12. 20.
Okay, yeah, no, it's that same sensation. You feel the energy around it kind of. It's not lifting, but it's your action.
I'm gonna shout up to the guy. Do I have a certain amount of words, or we do?
No, I don't. Yeah, work away.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna shout up to Loran and just be like, "This thing will destroy everything if you don't help us." And then I'm going to attack it.
Will you make me a persuasion check at advantage?
Sure.
Just because it came out of brick.
So I got a 16 and a 9.
Okay. Take your action.
Cool. So attack first. Got a 12.
Won't hit.
And got a 18.
18 hits.
Oh, sweet. And I got. So that is 5 damage. And then I'm going to action surge as well.
Okay.
So just get 2 attacks to me. 21.
21 will hit.
And that is 8 damage. And then 18 again. That does it, yeah. And 5 damage.
Okay. What's the total damage, sorry?
Oh crap. So I hit 3 times, so it was 5, 7, I think.
There was 2 5s, wasn't there? It was 17
Yeah.
in total. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh god, it's the worst part of D&D, math. I'm like, and it's basic math. And again, are you just going at it with the longsword again? It's just
Yeah, I'm targeting kind of, I guess, its arms, like the arm that it's thrashing with the chain, trying to destroy the bridge.
okay.
Like trying to slow it down or trying to remove some of it to stop that.
Okay. Again, as you and Bart, from your vantage, with sort of a spear just levitating in front of your left hand, you no longer see Serenity, but you see Dax just with his longsword just wailing into this. It almost looks like a woodcutter trying to fell a large tree, with the kind of the ferocity that Dax just hacks into this thing's arm and shoulder and chest. And you see bits of stone and muck and bone just fly off of it. Dax, you are covered in viscera, and you can taste the river, you can taste dirt in your mouth, you can taste blood. Where you are hacking at its left arm that is just pounding into the ground and smashing out towards the anchor of the bridge, where you chip away at it, you do see it starts to kind of fuse itself. Like it doesn't. Every time it looks as if you're about to take the arm, cleave it away, it's stitching itself back. Like you see the miasma, the thin sort of stretching bone and stone, fusing it together to hold it in place. And in that moment, as you swing down for that third hit that connects, the hand swings backwards at you, as it goes for you. All of you just hear a sharp whistle at this moment, as you just hear, y'all want to get out of the splash zone from Luan at the top of the bridge. And if anybody cares, and I would say maybe Dax and Serenity are a little bit preoccupied. Barrett, at the top of the slope at the bridge, you see the tiefling with her hands kind of in a pyramid shape, and there is just a ball of fire that is rolling. It's almost like somebody making a snowball but with flames as she starts to pull it apart, and there is a ball of fire growing between her hands. You see the others on the bridge getting well clear of Luan and her splash zone. It's her version of the Kamehameha. She's a Southern belle. Saying.
Southern Kamehameha.
Yeah,
Is this before Barrett's turn?
So the creature hasn't even gone yet. So yeah, it is
before the king's turn. Okay.
It's just she shouted this out with Dax having kind of said this is threatening what you are trying to do. It's kind of made her give pause.
I lost connection for a bit, so I missed that.
Okay.
So good to know.
That's a nat 20 to hit.
What's it added?
So
let's go.
The way my nat 20s work, which is always a good refresher for anybody that's joining kind of D8 Dungeon streams, is it automatically does full damage. Like it'll do. Now it doesn't do kind of any bonuses, so it rolls 2d10 and a d8 for its crushing arm attack. So it will do 28 damage flat right now, and then I roll the rest of the damage. So I'm going to I roll again to determine. So it'll be 28 plus whatever
2d10
and a d8. Yep.
I'm going to use stone endurance.
30.
This is against Dax.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That is that is 33 bludgeoning damage and 13 necrotic damage.
Okay, I'm going to reduce that by 10.
Yeah.
I was to use my reaction to use potential force to try to resume that damage to Dax.
God damn you and your protective field. Yes. When you are not within 30 feet takes damage, you take a reaction to expend 1 psionic. Yes, go for it. Yeah.
So I'll choose 1d8.
1d8 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
Crap. I mean, yay, great. Yay, great. God damn it. Note to self, kill Barrett first. Yeah, so that 33 bludgeoning is 23 bludgeoning. And then
what's the necrotic?
The 13 necrotic.
Okay, and then I also reduce it by 10 as well.
So 26 damage in total.
Cool, great.
Okay. Yeah, its left hand just swings out right at you as you bring up the longsword. Before it hits the blade, it hits a wall of psychic energy. And Barrett, as you concentrate on this space around Dax, you feel a hand slip into yours and hold it tight as the psychic energy wells up from within you. It hits an invisible wall, Dax, and then it hits your blade, and that rebuff, you feel it smash into you as you take a half step back, winded but able to catch your breath pretty quickly. It's going to, in that same momentum, kind of just swing forward towards the bridge for its second attack. Okay, and I'm just going to roll. It's that wasn't great. And we're going to say with 12 damage, doesn't do a whole pile this time. It doesn't. with the force of psychic energy around it as it swings back, it has to push through. It has to swing through this. Its forward momentum seems slowed, but it brings its fist down into the that supporting structure at its feet. There are cracks beginning to widen under all of under it, Dax, and Serenity, who happens to be on its back. It is your action, Barrett.
Okay. Just to confirm of what happened, do you say why was try call us to come back
Luan said,
because of
yeah.
sharp reason?
Yeah, Luan shouted at the she told Lear, so the boy that went down with you has gone back up on the last round, and then she shouted down at this roughly at this moment, saying, "Get clear of the splash zone." Now you've seen her conjuring a ball of fire between her hands that she seems to be readying.
Okay.
She's probably, hopefully, not aiming it at you, though. Oh crap! I slipped. Yeah, she's. You heard Dax shouting at her that she needs to help, or the bridge is going to fall. And so she's probably. It's easy enough to infer that she's probably talking to Dax and Serenity.
Okay, I just sounds as sorry, they say we have to get back as soon as possible. Say I leave back, try to myself some CC's my tasking.
Okay.
Just
have you any spears left to chuck?
Try to keep some CC's
Distance.
with a house of my boy. So I was to get out of splash soon.
You seeing what Luan is doing at the top, you move kind of back up that slope towards the others. As you do, the heat that is emanating here at the top of the bridge, you feel it sort of in the air, Barrett, as you watch a lot of the others. You see the orc woman they've moved a lot of the supplies off the bridge. They've also moved Fearon. He's been kind of laid up against part of the rock face, away from the bridge. Luan kind of just looks at you, and you see she's kind of concentrating on the magic.
As I saw bees don't attack my brains. I also said, you know why us to get away was give us damn.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Okay.
Because Pop. That's great.
Okay. 12.
Yes.
Okay. She's focusing on the magic in front of her, and she kind of just looking over her shoulder at you. Like you, darling, I like him big. I also like him smart, and you were smart enough to get out of there. I can hold this a little bit longer, but you got to tell him to get out. She will hold off on casting fireball at the Stonebound King.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, no, you.
I just sounds as rest of them say she uses fireball, kill out as soon as possible.
Okay.
That's everything.
Serenity. Constitution saving throw, please.
Uh, 16.
You start to feel queasy, like you. It's unsettling. It's not a new sensation. You have felt this before, particularly when out on the road with the guild for a long time. It's the same sensation as having been kind of caught in hushed rain. This it feels as if your energy has been sapped a little. You have a mark of the fraying, but at this stage, you were only worn, so you would have disadvantage on initiative rolls. You cannot gain temporary hit points until this mark is removed. It doesn't impact you in terms of your current initiative, so you don't have to re-roll it. It's your action.
Okay. So, knowing that I have some pretty good movement, I can get away. I will go ahead and make 2 more attacks on this, trying to do the exact same thing. That one is... Hold on. Oh yeah, that's a +7. It's 13.
Doesn't hit.
13 doesn't hit. Second one. 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. And this is slashing. Okay, that's a good one. That's a 12 slashing.
Okay.
Trying to cut this thing away.
You've again, you have another. There is enough now that you could literally open its back. Like you could open this. You can the last part of the breastplate is still fused with the Stonebound King, but you're able to open it back, and you do. It does. It looks. It looks like a human person.
It's bound in there.
Yeah, that's been kind of caught up inside this thing.
Okay.
You clearly see chest muscle.
Okay. Knowing that there's a fireball potentially coming, I'm going to do Step of the Wind, allowing me to disengage and dash my 50 feet. So I'm going to, since I'm up high on it, I'm going to try to leap across that water back to the shore.
Okay.
So do I need to make like a dex?
Yes, you do.
Okay. A dex check or save?
You need to give me
or just like acrobatics.
Acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Okay, well that's great. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
So how much of my movement would that take?
So it's 25 feet to clear the river. And you'd then
can I jump high enough to grab onto the where I jumped off of from before? Is it kind of arcs out?
You're going to land on the other side of the bank, so you'll be 25 feet away from the Stonebound King as you move away from it. So you'd have another 25 feet to move further away.
Okay, well then I'm going to run down the bank.
Okay. Now you are
25
leaving.
Feet.
You are leaving. It's going to make it an attack of opportunity on you.
That's why I did.
You did. Correct.
So that's
Dax.
another focus point. Okay, done.
Yep. Dax, Constitution saving throw again.
Cool. I love my 23.
Okay. Yeah. No, it doesn't phase you at all. It's your action.
Cool. I'm going to use my bonus action, Second Wind, which I'm then going to use Tactical Shift as part of that. Which that means is I can, as a bonus action with my Second Wind, I can move 17 feet without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And then I'm going to dash out of as far as I can get, which I currently go 45 feet, and then dash, which is the only thing I don't really know. Dash is what? Extra.
Dash is normally your
This is twice
doubled. Yeah.
Yeah. So what? 80, 70 feet or 80, 90 feet.
Okay.
Plus 107 feet.
And this. So is this your cue to Luan to?
Yeah. This is when I get out, I'm just going to be like, hit it as hard as you can, like.
Again, this shouted up at her. She hears Dax, and Barrett, you hear him kind of calling out, hit it as hard as you can. She kind of looks at you, and in that moment she kind of just winks, and she just says, "My mama always said you can make things easy, or you can make trouble." And then she blows between her hands as the fireball just shoots straight towards the Stonebound King. I really hope I didn't just talk a big game for her, because I have to roll her damage now. Okay, so it increases by 1. Okay, so it'll be 96. That is okay. All right, we're gonna roll these, and we're gonna see.
Oh,
okay. Shit. That's 29. 29 damage. On the. It is D6, isn't it? Yes, it is. This ball of raging fire just explodes out of her hands, and you see her, Barrett. In that moment, she just slumps, like almost between holding it and then trying to channel it further, so that to give the others time. It explodes from between her hands. It strikes the stonebound the stonebound king. Jesus, say that 10 times fast. The stonebound king, and there is just this eruption of flaming hot mud, burning brick. You smell scorched flesh and earth, all in that same moment. It roils, and you see chunks of it start to fall away. It looks like a wall collapsing in on itself, but it still stands. And Barrett, it is your action. Oh shit! No, it's action. Sorry, that's a lie. And I said I wasn't going to be nice this campaign. It's going to make its 2 attacks on the bridge. Crap! I need to get stupid curse dice. Okay, 8. 5.
It does have. Do you actually do attack rolls? Because technically you would get disadvantage on anything.
Was that another person?
No, it just says any attack rolls that don't target you.
Yeah, but I'm just attacking a bridge.
Okay.
So I think
That's fair.
I'm just going to attack the bridge. Like, I'm not attacking. I should have given it some sort of ranged attack to just wallop mud up. That's 14 plus. It's 24. Okay. Right. Yeah, it just continues to wail into the bridge. And Barrett, you watch it. You see it. It's still its right hand is gone. It is a chunk of stone and flesh hanging on to what little energy it has, and it continues to slam its left arm in on top of the foundations of the bridge. It's your action.
Am I seeing? Sorry.
You can see it.
Am I?
Oh god, math. I would. You're about 100 feet.
Okay. Let me check.
Yeah.
Am I able to see statue?
Yes, you are. Yeah, you have a clear view of it.
Yeah. I want to move down to 20 feet down, so I can use shot ball.
Okay.
I try to shoot at the
Okay.
open size of statue.
Okay. Make
I
your
used-
attack roll.
As I hope you use basic shack
Okay.
Let's go, Barry. Come on.
14.
14.
Yeah.
Does not hit.
I'm going to try. Okay.
Come on.
Okay. I got 40. Okay.
Okay.
I will use charge action. Yeah, right. Forcible. I keep missing.
Oh,
Oh, poor miss.
4 misses. It's the panic. This thing is still standing. Dax and Serenity cleared it. Luann's fireball didn't take it out in the way that she had hoped. And as you kind of skid, like you run and kind of slide, you take shot after shot. They hit, but the arrows break as it only finds stone. As it connects against it, it doesn't even register the attacks. I'm gonna do something because I'm conscious of our time. We've gone way over. I want. So the last time around, I asked the group when they were coming to the end of their quest to roll d20s. Now I'm going to give. I know we don't have Emma here, but I feel like Emma would give in to stupidity. We all saw what Fearon did, so Emma will definitely give in to stupidity. I will forgo you. Sorry, not I will. I'm giving you the chance. You can forgo rolling for your journey back, and instead use this. Use a d20 roll each to have the other bandits on the bridge take their own shots at this thing and hopefully putting it down. So you would roll. You would need to roll above a 30 combined. So you each roll a d20.
Oh, so 4 of us would roll.
3 of you.
Well, I mean, doesn't she get a roll too?
She's not here, so she's unconscious.
Oh, so we each of us has to make basically average above a 10.
Yes. Yeah.
so what
I
would
will stop.
What will happen if we do this? We get some of the bandits to help us take
So
this
the
thing down?
bandits will open fire on it, and because this thing has 3 HP left.
Right.
So now the ramifications of this are you will each take a point of fraying on the way back.
I got a 16.
Okay.
And it's
And
just a
d20. This is you're rolling for fate. Barrett got a 5.
I got an 11.
That's enough.
Someone do the math there, because that was a 15 and a 5 and an 11.
16 and a 5,
16
so
and a 5,
21
and 11.
32.
In this moment, seeing the Emberlight Guild clear, seeing Luann blast it, and then Barrett knowing it hasn't fallen, seeing ye continue to try and take this thing down, the other bandits, the other employees under Luann's engagement, start some lean over, like Dax is ready. You clearly see that halfling woman being held by her legs as she takes an upside down shot against it. They're throwing bricks, they're throwing spears, they're chucking whatever they can at it. When leaping up onto the wall of the bridge, Lear Tallow takes out a short bow and just sort of leans hard to the left, pulls back. There is a gasp from the stone-bound king as the arrow catches it right into its face and buries itself. And in that moment, Dax, you feel the sin wash away as the river reflows and sort of collapses in on itself. The stone and the remnants of this creature drowned underneath the surge of water. Luann sort of catching her breath as Serenity and Dax kind of climb back up to the top.
So the whole thing goes under the water?
It's gone. Yeah.
No, I can't believe it's in.
Look, I'm gonna be playing with y'all. Thank you. Because if that thing hadn't been there before, so I don't know if that's all because of you being here or what, but never look and you see her kind of like struggle. Thank you.
You're welcome. But I am fucking pissed. It was wearing a Mantries steel breastplate. How the hell did that get there? Did they magic this up?
No. No, they didn't.
Really? Why was it
Yeah.
wearing Mantries steel? Mantries steel didn't happen until, recent years. How did it get there?
One of its members fell to the sin of pride.
What?
I'll explain.
Yeah,
back at
Luann
the
kind of says
guild.
the same thing. She's like, "What?" There is, it's almost simultaneous. I think actually, as Serenity says it, she also kind of says it. So, just so I understand it, this can still. We're good to continue our work. I'm not asking for permission. I'm just saying we're good to continue our work. And immediately the others around her start to kind of move the supplies back out onto, and the camp starts to kind of get set up. On the journey back, is there anything anybody wants to do or say? I again, we need to keep it tight.
Yep.
But is there
Is there
anything?
any way we can get that breastplate out of there? Because I just
No.
Nobody else saw it. No, did Dax see it?
Dax saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Dax saw it.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna say we just need to report back. Thank you for helping us take this thing down.
And she gives you kind of like a salute, but it's
So I'm kind of agreeing with her, and I'm
Yeah.
saying also thank you to her back.
We might check in, like not on you, but on the area.
Oh.
Something like this might happen again.
Yeah, we'll go
Well,
back to town. We're going back to town.
can't wait. And she says this Dax straight in, like she literally eye contact hard.
Yeah, Dax is going to immediately just look at the ground and just go, kind of blush a bit.
Now, you're taking the oath with you, and she points to Firin.
Yes. Can you release the sleep or whatever is on him, or do I need to do something to wake him up?
Oh, there's a little trick to it. And she just goes over and she just slaps Firin right across the face.
I almost did that earlier above table.
Well, there's a it's all in the wrist. And like
Okay,
Firin's eyes start to blink open, and she just, like, if you watch, and she open slaps him again. She goes to do it a third time for the giggles.
Stop it.
Yeah, and then Firin takes her arm, and she's like, well, it's not exactly been a pleasure, but at least none of us are dead. Bye. And then you see her move over towards the halfling girl, and she's like, well, look, I did say dead, but I'm good for the gold. And she's now trying to haggle her way out of paying her dues. The road back to Varan and the Emberlight Guild, it takes it out of the four of you. The fight with the Stonebound King, the exertion from it. There's a fraying at the edges of who you are. That the road and the lasting dark tends to take from you. Even at the best times when prepared for it, you find yourselves, in the case of Dax and Barrett, worn out. In Serenity, distant. There's a distance upon you as you hit stage 2 of the fraying condition. Mechanically, there's an impact to these. Fraying is not recovered the same way as exhaustion. Long rests do not deplete it. We'll hopefully talk a little bit more about that on Wednesday, because we're back on Wednesday night. We're returning to the guild, and we're going to be meeting some of the characters who are already there, who want to explore a little bit of their own character stories, and the world around us. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the fraying and what it means and what it entails, how maybe to get rid of it, I would suggest if you have it, maybe you want to check that out. But if not, it's in the word. It's in our world lore document anyway. A big thank you to Paul, Tony, Zool, and Emma, who took on the bandits on the King's Road. We are back on Wednesday for an episode of the Emberlight Saga, but just roleplay stuff, just character stuff, a little bit of chat, some nice downtime in this awful world. So we'll catch up with some of the characters then. Myself and Ben are here on Thursday for Ben and Declan on a roll. And then there's a brand new episode of Romancing. God, there's a lot of stuff happening this week. There's a brand new episode of Romancing the Dungeon out on Friday, so you can catch that on all major podcast platforms. Howdy, Mikes and Mimics. We are just we're just wrapping up. Welcome in. You've missed a fight with a terrifying stone king bridge thing. But it went. You know what? I do put it down to teamwork and convincing Luann that this was they fought masonry. Yes.
Yeah.
The BBEG of the campaign. We fought some masonry. Was he made of stone or a king of the stones? That is yet to be determined, because there was a lot of stone, but there was also a king in there, or at least the statue of a king. We are back on Wednesday for another episode of the Emberlight Saga. You can catch all the VODs over on our YouTube channel. I'm Declan. I've been your Dungeon Master. If you're just joining us, if this is your first time finding D8 Dungeon, give us a follow. We stream every Monday and Thursday now, and every second Wednesday. And then there's a new show starting soon as well on Tuesday nights. And then there's shows starting on Saturday morning as well. Jesus Christ. I'm not DMing Tuesday and Saturday. I'm just.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, that's a change. Yeah. Yeah, I'm Declan. I'm your Dungeon Master. You can catch all of that stuff. If you want to find out more, head on over to our Discord channel, where you can find out about our shows. You can find out about who we are, what we do. You can stay up to date with all D8 Dungeon stuff. I'm going to bounce this out. Thanks for watching. We will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.